Good morning, everybody. It's Jason from Blue Weather. Like this video below, subscribe below, and Blue Weather is also on Facebook.com. Alright guys, let's get right into this hurricane. A lot of you probably have seen this morning that Dorian has failed to a Category 3, but that will not stay that way. As you get into this bend between Florida and Georgia, it will strengthen over those warm waters again to a Category 4. Slight chance of a 5, but I doubt it. Probably a 4. Right before it approaches the Carolinas and weakens again. But potentially the Carolinas, if they do get a landfall, could possibly face up to a Category 3. Let's see what the model data is saying. This right here is 7 a.m. this morning. And you know, this thing's been sitting here not moving very much over the Bahamas. But as we go through lunchtime today, this thing will start moving and it will start growing again. And if you notice one thing here, the wind fields that you see here, the collars, green, the red, the purple. The purple is hurricane force winds. As we get up through here, see it's 950, it was 959 millibars, 957, 951. So, you know, it increases. Some of the models shows more intensification than that. And as we get up through here, this is where it gets really interesting. Probably the closest interaction with land that we have seen so far. Now, this right here is Wednesday night, right around midnight. And see, the eye wall was very close to Myrtle Beach. Definitely close enough to where they could actually feel some effects. Now, this GSF model, you know, this is nothing set in stone. One thing, too, we don't really know exactly where this thing will go until after it starts moving today. Then we'll have a better idea. Hey, will it brush the eastern coast here? Will the eye touch on land and, you know, go across North Carolina all the way up to Outer Banks? Or will it plumb miss the eye wall on the coast altogether? But time will tell. That's why the National Hurricane Center has that cone of uncertainty, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But as you get here till 1 o'clock Thursday, you see it approaching the border of the Carolinas, and this is Thursday evening. You can clearly see that eye wall is right on the border of North Carolina and heads up towards Outer Banks up there. Alright, let's back this thing up a little bit. And let's see here, let's go to a different model. Now, this is the new GSF. And the track is just a little bit different. But it's the last time I checked this thing, it actually showed more intensification though. That's at 949 millibars from last night. See, 937, 938, 939, 936. See it dropping the pressure, 939. 933, so that's a lot lower pressure than what we have right now. And you see the width of that wind is a whole lot wider than what it was down here at Florida as it goes up through here. Now it's 935, 933, even up here towards the Carolinas. Now its eye wall is a little bit further off the coast, but as you can still see, it's still dangerously close to what the GSF says. Now the Canadian model, let's take a closer look here. See, it's also very, very close. Now, if you look at the Euro, now see it, let's back this up a little bit. Showing 951 down here by Florida. 12 hours later, 942. See, that's another sign, and this is one of the Hurricane Chaser's favorite model as far as track and stuff like that goes. See, it strengthens to 942, and then right there at 951. But look how close it gets in its track. I know it's hard to see on that because it loops 12 hours. But, you know, you can see between this one and the next 12 hours that comes dangerously close to Topsail, Sneed's Ferry, just right side of Wilmington on up to the Outer Banks. Now, let's look at the actual hurricane model. Now, let's move this forward. See, it's showing 953 millibars. And then as it approaches up here, right here would be just outside of Myrtle Beach. And you could see the edge of South Carolina here is just right outside the eye in this light purple on this hurricane model. Then as you get up towards Wilmington there, see the eye is right on the edge of the coast there. You're getting battered by hurricane force winds at that point, if that's how close it gets. And as you get up towards Outer Banks, see the eye is right on top of the Outer Banks area. So this is not something to tread lightly. We'll be watching this very closely. Now at the moment, Hurricane Dorian is 950 millibars. With maximum winds at 105 knots. There's a satellite image of Dorian. Now here's the actual track the Hurricane Center put out. Now see, what we have to look at, you see right here where it says 2 a.m. Friday, for example. Now, as a general idea, where you see the M's and H's, what that is major hurricane to hurricane, which a major hurricane would be a Category 3 or bigger. So there's a chance that it could fall to a Category 2 up here by North Carolina. But I have seen enough data supporting that it would be a Category 3 up here by North Carolina. But see, if you looked at a general idea of what the models are saying, it shows the eye wall right here where this H is, where it says 2 a.m. Friday, right at the edge of North Carolina. But here's what you need to know. The reason why they have these cones here is that if you look at the outer line on the left and the right hand side, it can go, that eye wall could go anywhere during that area. In that area, that general area. This is just a cone. That's why it's called the cone of uncertainty. And as you can see, the Hurricane Center is not eliminating the fact that it is possible, because as long as it's in the cone here, they think it's in the realm of possibilities, that it could come on land, the eye wall that is, right here at Myrtle Beach. That's why you got this line here. It's part of that cone of uncertainty. They're not eliminating the fact that it could come on shore at Myrtle Beach and run up through here at North Carolina, all up the Outer Banks. Right here, right now, they've got the eye walls anticipated to be right at the coast. But, so, if you're in those areas, you still have to plan as if it's going to. You don't want to take a chance for it not to. And as you know, we get closer